Okay, everybody, welcome to week 8 of NRGY 241 alternative fuels. And Brad's out of town this week, so I'm going to cover for him. And as usual, not going to do really any lecturing at all, but I do want to go over the week 8 homework and kind of show you guys how I like to set it up. I'm sure by now you've sat through enough of Brad's lectures to see, that he likes to use Excel, and I like to do the same thing. And I'll show you how to set up the table in Excel to make life a whole lot easier. But it'll be pretty quick and short and sweet this week. So taking a look at the homework, now I'll go ahead and read it off here. The text reports on page 231 that methane has a index of 1,363 BTUs per cubic foot, while ethane and propane's indices are 1,739 BTU per cubic feet and 2,047 BTUs per cubic feet. So if we're given a natural gas mixture of 85% methane, 8% ethane, 2% propane, 5% inert gas, calculate the index of the mixture, assuming ideal gas behavior. So basically all we need to do is pull the numbers out of this word problem. I've already set up the Excel spreadsheet with the names of the gases over here on the left, just save a little bit of time. So we're going to go through and we're going to pick out what each one of these values are. They're a percentage, so this volume fraction, I want to know how much of each there is. So with methane, there is 85%. We'll use that in our calculation here. So you want to put it in with your decimal points, not just as 85%, otherwise it's kind of hard to deal with. Next up is our ethane, which is 8%. Our propane is 2%. And we have 5% inert gases, which won't be contributing anything, obviously. So we have our component values given for each one of those. So we have 1,363 BTUs per cubic foot for methane. We have 1,734 for ethane, 2,047 for our propane, and our inert obviously is 0 value. So now it's as simple as doing our equations on here. It's just going to be 85% of the gas is providing this many BTUs. Our ethane oops, where are we screwing up here? Let's see. Forgot to hit her after that one. So that one times that one. And then we can just copy that. Okay. And that gives us our values. So how many BTUs we're getting out of each one of these. 1158 of methane, 138.7 of ethane, 40.9 of propane. Of course, the inert is not contributing anything. So this is going to be sum of that 1338.21. And it looks like we're missing a little bit on our format here. So by formatting these in this column to 1 decimal point, a little bit closer on our numbers. Not sure. Looks like Brian may have screwed up a little bit on his math. But that's the advantage of doing Excel is doing all the math for us, so you don't have to worry about it. If I were to do this on paper, obviously I could mess up with my calculations, like it appears that maybe he did here. But this is a quick down and dirty way, like you said, as you see Brad do it all the time. He loves using the spreadsheets, and it's a good way to do it. Overall, just the point to understand about this is we very rarely have a pure gas. There are going to be other stuff. There is going to be other components in there, and we can tell pretty much what they are. And as long as we know what those fractions are and we know what the values for each one is, we can still come up with a gas, even if it's only 85% pure in methane. In this case, that's probably what you'd be purchasing, is you're purchasing methane for whatever reason. But to know that it's not pure methane, if that was 100%, obviously we'd be getting 1,363 BTUs per cubic foot. But since it's not, we have to figure in calculate what those other gases are. And as it turns out, we end up, about 25? Yeah, about 25 BTUs per cubic foot less, because the other gases don't contribute the same amount, especially the inert gas, the 5%, that's basically taking away from your formula. So with that, expect to see it in there. By the way, I know there were some problems with the dates on that. That is corrected for you to submit your homework, so if you haven't already, please do. And I guess this is kind of a freebie for you if you've watched this and seen how to do it. But please get that in, and if you come across any of that stuff, please let me know, and we can get into Moodle and fix it easy enough, just not being all that cooperative here lately. So with that, I'll start working on Chapter 9 and the homework for that this week, and next week I will go over that again. Have a great week.